This is loaded.
Thank you.
Come out on nylons and mini skirts.
Okay, everybody, that was Dr. Dream, who next Monday is going to metamorphose into a different butterfly. So, this is the part where we start the open mic. The rules are very simple. You'll have about 8 minutes, since we're going so late tonight and have so few people. You'll have about 8 minutes. I will turn my computer around and you will see a countdown there so you can keep track of yourself. At the end of that 8 minutes, that's it. That is punitive. So you can get about 2 songs out in that period of time, generally. And so 2 songs or 8 minutes. If you're playing, you're playing an instrumental, then I'll give you a countdown and let you know. There are 3 simple rules here. Rule number 1, shut the fuck up. When somebody's up here performing, do not do what you see at other places where everybody just gabs and not pay attention. Because if that's true, then go outside and sit there and have a cup of coffee and don't pay attention. Okay, please don't do it in here. Please give your attention and your quiet to the people up here as you would like them to do it to you. In other words, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, only fucking do it first.
There you go.
That's my modification of that rule. Second rule, don't help new people out. You don't know their routine and you might actually screw them up. For new people up here, it's just so many butterflies and bats in their belfry. You got to give them a chance to do it. If they screw up or something goes wrong, you know what we do. We applaud, we help them out, we ask them to keep on going. That's what we do here. Secondly, if you hear something you do not like or do not understand, applaud a lot louder, okay? Because it's about the person that's up here. It's not about the audience. We couldn't do this without an audience on the one hand, but on the other hand, it's like going to a real classical concert. You're not going to throw your feet up on the seat and talk to your next door neighbor, or the guy will come down the aisle and pick you up by your little ears and drag your ass out of there, okay? It is understood when you're listening to serious things, you be serious. And believe me or not, every single one of you is going to come up here and spill out your blood, your heart blood for us, and we appreciate every drop of it. So I just want to make sure everybody has the right attitude, okay? So, up next, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Ryan Voss.
Is that a new hat, Ryan?
Actually, I've had this hat for 2 years. My dad got this for me for Christmas 2 years ago. I guess I haven't really wanted to say.
But now you dare to wear it.
Dare to wear it. Hey, I figured in this house that Mr. Natural was the fedora hat guy, you know. We can't both look like mobsters.
Yeah, the old Jew. The old rabbi.
So Christmas has now come and gone, and I can say what I really feel.
Yes.
Just get out of my face. All you idiot children eating paste. Choke on your friend and small. Yuletide blessings is another fool's dressing this year. Holiday sounds and lots of beer, glossing over all of my gloom. Merry Christmas, you're getting more than I can handle. Enjoy 3 more months of preamble. New Year's couldn't come too soon. Stores stocked to the gills with the latest plastic calamity. People fighting each other for these ungrateful families. And this ain't nailed to a cross, made from all the lists of what we need most days. Yeah, day after we gave thanks for what we already had, if that ever was the case. Well, I got miles of loneliness, far from many little ones care. Merry Christmas, if I encourage my conviction, I'll have no part of the season, celebrating reminders of no one being here. Holiday specials with every kind of fairy tale group, flashing TV channels in my youth, such sweet moral fiction. Merry Christmas. It's all angel songs and gingerbread people. Let me see all the downtrodden, peaceful merriment of every kind of evil. So long as it's all swept away under the rug for that one day in church. Never living the higher ground we express in all those Christmas songbirds. Yeah. So Merry Christmas, now just go away. Jingle bell rock on repeated play. Hey look, Santa's doing the mambo. Merry Christmas, you don't need to shout. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Just get into the new year pronto. I think I got most of the lyrics right. And, you know, it's been weird when I write the more abrasive songs. I'm actually in the process of writing 2 albums right now. Many of you have heard most of the songs I have. The first album's going to be called Well That Shut 'Em Up. And I've got 1 track done already, which features Lady Zeitgeist and Gary Garrett, called Silent Triggers. And you know, that's going to have the more abrasive songs like this one. And I'm always a little apprehensive about doing the more abrasive, angry songs for some reason. But then I played them and everybody's like, oh man, right on, yeah, I know exactly how you feel, you know, so it's...
We love protest singers.
Oh yeah. We like a little fuck you in our club.
Yeah, a little fuck you in our club.
All right, Jimmy G, this one's for you, buddy. Got some old school country music here for you. This is a Chris Christopherson tune I really like and play it for y'all for the first time. I was running through the summer rain and trying to catch the evening train to kill that old familiar pain locked inside my tangled brain. When I popped my bottle back and smacked into a cop I couldn't see. That policeman said, hey, Mr. Cool, if you ain't drunk then you're a fool. I said, that's against law. Tell me why I never saw a man locked in that jail of yours that wasn't just as down for it. That's when somebody came and turned out the lights. Now I'm up in jail to spend the night. Dream about the one and only girl in this best of all possible worlds. Well, I woke up next morning feeling like my head was gone and like my thick old tongue was licking something sick and wrong. And I told that man in the jail I'd sell my soul for something wet and cold as that old cell. Jailer looked at me all eaten up with sympathy and backed another beer. Kindly whispered in my ear, and booze was just the time of hot boy you couldn't even quite smell. I said that there was something I liked about this town. That just ain't enough to bring me down. That's the lonely girl, and that's all. Well, I woke up and they told me that was going to set me free, and said I'd be leaving town if I knew what was good for me. I said, it's so nice to know that everyone's so concerned about my health. I said I won't be leaving no more quicker than I can. I've had about as much of this old place as I can stand, and I don't need this place any more than I never needed anything else. Still a lot of drinks that I ain't drunk. Still a lot of thoughts that I ain't done. Still a lot of wine and lonely girls in this best of all possible world.
Ryan Voss, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, some quick announcements here before we bring up Johnny. First of all, where is Jake? Jack? Jake. Okay. You're going to be after Johnny. What we try to do is there are 3 new people here, and we try to move you up front and put you in between regulars. So at least you'll get on. There's none of this, just because you show up, everybody sneaks in here and signs up, and then the new people come, and they're always at the end of the show. So what I do is I don't go by this. I go by what I think is good art and manners. Also, I'd like to make some simple announcement. First of all, this could not happen at all with our sponsor. So let's give a big hand to Teddy, our barista and chef, for doing this and letting us have this here. Thank you, Teddy. It's amazing how often Teddy is open when other people aren't. So we're able to do this sometimes through the holidays. Tonight's feature was Lady Zeitgeist. Next week, on January 16th, will be Francesco. Any of you people who've seen Francesco before, he's all the way from Argentina. And he comes all the way up here. He actually watches our show in Argentina the day before at something like 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's actually still just, what is it, Thursday morning coming on down there. And then the week after that, ladies and gentlemen, January 23rd will be Ryan Casada.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Now I heard he's in New York doing some house shows, and he had to go to the dentist and had his back teeth, the wisdom teeth, removed. And unfortunately, he got lockjaw. So it's really hard to sing with lockjaw. But it probably only lasts about 3 or 4. I've had it before too when I was a kid. It'll last about 3 or 4 days, and everybody around you will say, "Thank God he can't talk now." And then, then slowly it unlocks, unhinges, and you can come back. So by then he should be just fine and coming back all the way from New York City. And I'd like to say hi to his mom, Fran, if she's out there. And also on January 30th, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Wadwell. Now, any of you people who've seen Bill Wadwell before know that he's been a guy who has a band and has been traveling around here in the Bay Area for the last 35 years in a band called the Midlife Crisis. And that band has broken up, and Bill is still doing it. He can play almost anything from 1950 till, I guess he said after the 1990s, music went sour. On February 20th, which is the birthday of George Harrison, we're going to have Rainbow do a feature in honor of George. And on March 13th, believe it or not, this far ahead, Gary Garrett will be coming with a woman named, I can't even pronounce her name, Justine or something. She's a Dutch woman, right? Yeah. Dutch. And her name is half Dutch and half Portuguese.
They're in
He's
Hawaii.
real excited about her, apparently.
They're in Hawaii at the moment, and they'll be coming here and doing their thing on March. So that's it for what's happening in the future. So now, let's have one of our quintessential composer, performer, singers. And Johnny, by the way, likes sing-alongs, so you're all welcome to sing along with Johnny. Johnny Hernandez.
Do not leave your full-size guitar out in the rain. This is what happened. Yeah, so a friend of mine, there it is, at work, we were just kind of talking, and he's like, "Oh, well, what do you do in your spare time? You know, what do you do?" And I kind of was telling him about songwriting, and he's like, "Oh, you're a songwriter? Like, can you like write a song for me to sing to my wife on Valentine's Day?" And he's this big Polynesian guy and everything, right? So I'm like, hey, yeah, okay, why not? What the heck, you know? And so that was like yesterday. And so I went home yesterday, and this thing was spinning in my mind, and this title came up, and this tune and all that, but the problem was what I was hearing in my head was an ukulele. Now, I don't play ukulele, okay? At all, right? But I had one that I found in the thrift store, no strings or anything on it, for like $30.
Wow.
So I strung it up some nylon strings, got it tuned properly and all that, and then I figured out how this song would go on guitar, so I knew what the chords were there, so then I taught myself the chords on the ukulele, so we'll see what happens with that. And then, so that's this song. So then, when I get here today, I'm like, I don't really feel like taking the big guitar out now, so I went ahead and tried to write another song while I was here, which was finished, I don't know, half an hour ago or something. So I have no idea where this is going to go, okay? And these aren't, unfortunately, these aren't like really funny songs. These are kind of, you know, ukuleles are kind of bright, happy, like kind of those kind of songs. These are like kind of ukulele songs. Yeah, I'm sure if the Mango was here, she'd probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, this first one's called Love is an Island. This is for my friend. He's going to sing it to his wife on Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Love is an island where we go. The sun shines hot and time moves slow. These feelings I have, I'm sure you know. I will always stand by them. Oh, love is an island. Love is an island. You can sing along here. Love is an island. Oh, love is an island. Love is an island where we meet. I am burning sand, you are the churning sea. We bury sweet secrets for eternity, and we always know where to find them. Love is an island. Oh, love is an island. Love is an island. Love is an island. Love is an island, very nice. Love is an island, paradise. Love is an island wherever we stand. Love is an island, promised land. So won't you take my hand? Come on, let's go. Love is an island. Love is an island. Love is an island. Love is an island. Hey, love is an island. Ooh, love is an island. Love is an island. Oh, love is an island. Love is an island, groom and wife, eternally grateful in each other's lives, sharing the joys of all the island girls and boys, keeps us forever young. Love is an island. Ooh, love is an island. Oh, love is an island. Love is an island. Love is an island, very nice. Love is an island, paradise. Love is an island wherever we stand. Love is an island, promised land. So won't you take my hand? Come on, let's go. Love is an island. Ooh, love reading the chords, and I keep wanting to do the guitar.
Right.
shapes. I'm like, yeah. So when you see my fingers going like this, it's not like it's really fancy. It's like I can't remember the guitar. Yeah, it's bad news. Okay. So this is the other one I wrote just on a lark. So it's like this fluffy little song. So yeah, let's see it. And I haven't even played this one. I haven't even played this. It's little pieces of it as I was sitting there writing it. Yeah. Using the same 4 chords. Let's make this a party, a time to feel good. Everybody dance and sing, enjoy life the way that we should. In appreciation, a celebration of you and me. Everybody sing and dance, let's make this a party. Sing along, let's make this a party, a time to feel good. That's it. Let's make this a party, a time to feel good. One more time. Let's make this a party, a time to feel good. Let's make this a party, a time to be nice. A little empathy and kindness for all would surely suffice. In cooperation with anticipation of the world we see. Everybody sing and dance, let's make this a party. Let's make this a party that never goes away. Peace, love, and joy, one people, one earth, happening every day. Let's make this a party that never has to end. Let's make this a party where everyone becomes a friend. Sing along. Let's make this a party, a time to feel good. Let's make this a party, a time to feel good. Let's make this a party, life's too short to delay. Let's make this a party and keep it happening every day. Let's make this a party while we still can. Let's make this a party in dedication to every human. Let's make this a party, time to feel good. Let's make this a party, a time to feel good. Okay, there we go. That for me is also the first 2 new songs of the new year. So new songs, ukulele.
Johnny Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen.
You're really growing.
Strange.
So that was Johnny Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen. A small piece of advice. Johnny was in the perfect place. It turns out at the tip of the table here, this is about the edge of the stage. At this point, I'm starting to cut my head off on the camera. If you're up this close, which Lady Zeitgeist was, she's a little shorter, so it was okay, but us tall guys can't get that close. The further back you are, actually, the better it is for the camera, and you get a little bit of this light here as well. So, introducing to the stage, you know how here at the Sacred Grounds, we love to sacrifice virgins, and here we have one coming up right now. Welcome, Jake Fulton, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, Jake. You need a mic?
It's good to be here. Thanks for being so warm. This is one I wrote. That's the story of the song.
got 2.5 minutes left. You got something?
I don't know a
for
2-minute song. I'm gonna give that one back
Your
to the house.
7-minute
All right.
song. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, that was very nice. Yeah, sometimes you people have 7-minute songs and then you only have 1 minute left, so. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy, you know, like 3 weeks ago was the last open mic we had before the holidays, and all night long I kept going, something's missing. Something's missing. I feel like there's a hole in my heart. And it turned out that Rainbow had not shown up. And that's the first time in 2 years that Rainbow hasn't shown up. No wonder it hurt so much. But welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Rainbow!
Well, to kick off the new year, this is a love song. Well, I'm so in love with you, but I don't know what to do. My heart is overflowing and this love is making me cry. If I lost you now, I think that I might die. Whoa, I think that I might die. Coming on like the sun when the day is done. And in your loving eyes I feel the warmth of love and light. Well, honey, I know that you're my sole delight. And honey, I want you so bad. Yeah, honey, I want you so bad. Well, I lost you now, I think that I'd be so sad. There's too much hatred in this world today, and not enough love that should be coming our way. Oh, look into my eyes and tell me what you say. Is there a way that you and I could be? Well, I really wish I could wrap my arms around you and kiss away these lonely, lonely blues. We could go someplace where the flowers are in bloom and get away from this god-awful gloom. Hey, honey, I want you so bad. Yeah, honey, I want you so bad. If I never get you, I know I'm gonna be so sad. I know I'm gonna be so sad. Yeah, I know I'm gonna be so sad. I know I'm gonna be so sad. This is another love song, unrequited. But he's so in love with her, he doesn't care. It's called The Butterfly Lament. if I can't be your sweet and loving man, then let me be the ground you walk upon. Ooh. Well, if I can't be the one that you really love, and please let me be your sunny day, baby. When things are going your way, going your way. Oh, you know I wouldn't die for you, baby. And anything you wanted me to do. Oh, but there you are, like a luminous star. Like a rolling stone. Such a long way from my home, such a long way. Oh, if I can't be in your bloodstream, baby, you can't even near my dreams. I'm just a butterfly. I love you till I die. And ooh, if you want me to go away, I'll be gone today. If that's what you want, yeah. But I know the butterfly. I'm dying for your love. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm just a butterfly. I'm dying for your love. Oh yeah, I'm just a butterfly. Dying for your love. I'm just a butterfly. Dying for your love.
Good stuff.
Rainbow. Thank you. You know, a lot of us, we learn songs and we get up here and we play them until we can play them well. And then after a while, it kind of becomes really kind of simple and natural. But there's some point in all of this when you have to kick your ego on the side, open yourself up like an exposed nerve ending and just bleed all over the keys. And that's exactly what Rainbow does. Thank you for showing us how to do it. Just open your heart and let it go, man.
Painting those wonderful paintings back there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, these paintings are done by Rainbow, and this is one he commissioned for Johnny. Beautiful, and if you see it in the natural light, it kind of shimmers like pearlescence. So up next, ladies and gentlemen, time for some kick-ass rock. Charles Hayden Marquette.
Bring it
lead up here. I got dry cleaning. Dry cleaning here.
You got a tie on and everything?
I got a new job.
Hey, congratulations.
I'm a sperm donor. I'm a sperm donor.
We all.
A blood letter.
It pays okay, but the hours are really long because that takes my time. This is one of my oldest guitars. You guys don't get to see this very often. And it taught me almost all my songs. And I got this thing a long time ago. It's outlasted every wife and girlfriend. Sometimes she just didn't like it. And it's outlasted every car and every other guitar I've had too. So this is my Gibby. I wrote Sleepwalking for, but I'm not going to do that tonight because I play that too often. I've been digging in the box trying to find just some new stuff. This is almost the first song I wrote on this thing. I slip away in dreams sometimes, places I don't know, situations I don't have to remember in the morning. I hold her in my arms so tight, yeah, I love to feel her warm. And slowly she slips away from me, I'm the light of my memories get all torn. If I could just one time, yeah, really fail. One time, yeah, just enough to real. One time, yeah, then I know it's an easier than let her go. If it's an easier, we'll never know. Our lives are like a dream sometimes, never quite knowing what's what. A Malika fantasy with an ever-changing plot. If you think you finally figured it out, you can be sure that you're not. Come and we'll leave alone again, we never even know our part. If I could just one time, yeah, really, hell yeah. One time, yeah, just enough for real. One time, yeah, then I know if it's any easier, we'll never know. If it's any easier, we'll never know. Off to my secret place where the city noise subsides. We're only allotted so much time here, and I've spent a lot of time dreaming. But the roll of final credits, and hey, I think I slept to the end of them. A rich man waits to find again, a man waits to life again. One time, yeah, really, hell yeah. One time, yeah, just enough for real. One time, yeah, dream girl I'd known. If it's any easier, let you go. If it's an easier, we'll never know. If it's an easier, Janita needs a 7-star queen, pretends to be your friend while she plots and schemes. So just up your love that she got a record like she black hole star six, everything that she like. I love to turn the counter, yeah you owe. Hell so hot and waiting for you. Don't you go, you guys spit them out. Fuck you so very much, smile and flirt. The next chump. And you know, that's no definition of friend by anybody's stretch. I know you think you had it rough, but I did making up your mess. You see, I've had my hard times too, and yet that'll increase my pain. You say, man, I'm so cruel and love you. Women get away with anything. Your story just sit right here. The parade of assholes never disappears. So pretty an appearance, you just flirt. The devil's work, cause it's hard to think. Move it up. I love to turn the counter. Yeah, you're old. Hell so hot and waiting for you. Done to cold. You guys spit them out. Fuck you so very much. Smile and flirt. The next chump. And you know, that's no definition of friend by anybody's stretch. I know you think you've had it rough, but I didn't make any of that mess. You see, I've had my hard times too, and that'll increase my pain. Say, men are so cruel and love you. Women get away with anything.
Yeah.
Charles Haymarket, everybody.
Oh wait, I did the Queen wave.
Nixon wave.
Thank you.
Now for this next performer, we will not need this stinking microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody we have not seen in a long time. Please welcome her back, Maria.
And Jimmy will be after.
Well, tonight I'm doing 2 new songs. They are both instrumental. I won't be singing. For the second time, I'm going to be using a recorder. So.
Maria. And thank you for bringing a different kind of instrument here, Maria. I haven't seen well, actually I have at home. I might bring it, maybe in 2 weeks. I have a thing called a nose flute.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You ever seen those? Yeah, you actually play them with your sinuses, but you can't do it if you have a flu or a cold. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome up here. We need to get some, like, stitches for our tummy because here comes a funny guy, Jimmy G, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you all out there in the internet land. I'd like to do a little song. One of the things that my exercises I do when I start to run out of ideas as a songwriter, I like to take Hank Williams songs and play with the words. So, so this is one that kind of, it's stupid, but it's funny.
It's the best kind.
I went to Egypt once, my dear, to find a mummy's tomb. An archaeologist in search of an ancient room. For Pharaoh's final resting place, it gave me a star. I opened up that mummy's tomb, it smelled an old fart. The room was filled with gold and jewels and everything between. I took one whiff and knew the Pharaoh's final meal was bean. It was his final resting place, and it gave me a star. I opened up that mummy tomb. It smelled an old fart. Okay, here's my ridiculous stupid song. Now, this one here, I've been dying to do this, and I was going to bring a whole contingent of guys with me, and then it just, I'm just going to do it. And so I'm going to do it like Johnny style, so anybody that wants to join in on this thing. This is just one chord is G. It's just 1-5, folks, and it's a Zydeco, and I'll give you the genesis behind this. Zydeco, the word Zydeco music, actually comes from Le Zydeco, which is the beans. Okay, and Clifton Chenier, who's great Zydeco, the king of Zydeco, one time they asked him, what do you call that music you play? And he said, Le Zydeco sans pas soleil, which means the beans have no salt, which was the name of the song he was playing. So this guy wrote down Zydeco, and it became Zydeco. And so when I came in here, I see a picture of beans, and right inside there's beans, there's all the snap beans, and then there's a Louisiana license plate over there that says Duck 17, I think. So it kind of inspired me to write Les Zydeco de la Sacre Ground, or it's called Les Zydeco c'est bon à la Sacre Ground, which is the beans are good at the sacred ground.
Yes, they are.
And they are, too.
Yeah, I know.
So here we go. I think Mr. Natural's digging into a bowl right there.
I think it's challenging.
So anyway, here's the song. It's Zydeco, the Sacred Dragon. The Zydeco, c'est bon. The Zydeco, c'est bon. The Zydeco, c'est bon, cher. Ma maman, c'est les bonbons. The Zydeco, c'est bon. Les Zydeco, c'est bon. The Zydeco, c'est bon, cher. Ma maman, c'est les bonbons. I said the beans are good. The beans are good. The beans are good, cher. We gonna pass a good time. Zydeco, the beans are good. Zydeco, the beans are good. Zydeco, the beans are good, cher. We gonna pass a good time. Zydeco, the musique c'est bon. Musique c'est bon. Musique c'est bon, cher. On va passer les bons tons. Zydeco, la musique c'est bon. Le Zydeco, la musique c'est bon. Les Zydeco, la musique c'est bon, cher. On va passer les bons tons. Le Zydeco, I said the music's good. Da-da-da-da, music's good. Da-da-da-da, the music's good, cher. At the sacred ground. Da-da-da-da, we're gonna go on down. Da-da-da-da, we're gonna go on down. Da-da-da-da, we're gonna go on down, cher. To the sacred ground. To the Malaba. To the Malaba. To the Malaba, cher. On va passer les bonbons. To the Malaba. I said to the Malaba. To the Malaba, cher. On va passer les bonbons. Say everybody's there. Everybody's there. Everybody's there, cher. We gonna pass a good time. Mr. Natural's there. Johnny's there. Rainbow's there, cher. We gonna pass a good time. The doctor's there. Ladies I've got there. Ryan's there, cher. We gonna pass a good time. Carl is there. And you guys right there. And Teddy is there, cher. We gonna pass a good time. The Zydeco, c'est bon. The Zydeco, c'est bon. The Zydeco, c'est bon, cher. On va passer les bons tons. The Zydeco, c'est bon. The Zydeco, c'est bon. The Zydeco, c'est bon, cher. On va passer les bons tons. The beans are good. I said the beans are good. And the beans are great, cher. At the sacred ground.
Jimmy G, everybody. Make a little room here.
This was Gas Masters Volume 1.
So, somebody who left us for a while moved to the south of us and then came back. And I'm so glad she did, because I have really missed every week getting a great big hug from this lady. Ladies and gentlemen, Lotus!
Bye, Marie.
Yeah, well. Alright, well, A lot of people, some people are talking about, you know, expressing not just the sunny side, but, you know, letting out the ornery side too. It's good for you, I guess, to get it out, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Express yourself.
so this is my ornery side. It's called Play Your Cards Right. You gotta play that game now, play your cards right. Bluff them out all through the night. Don't let on what's on your mind. Win that game now, don't you be kind. Don't you wanna be a winner? Don't you want to take it all? Caring and compassion are for losers. Ain't the selfish life evolved? You gotta keep yourself as number one. If you are winning, life is fun. Calculate advantage, hide your cards. Don't you ever let down your guard. Life is rich when you're on top now. Using others for your gain. Keep it charming, keep on smiling. Don't you ever notice others' pain. Losers always suffer so. Empathy makes them dumb and slow. Celebrate your victories. Bring the others to their knees. Wait until you're on your deathbed. Pictures of your life just a flashing by. Feeling all the hurt that you caused them. Now when it's way too late to cry, you're gonna die. You gotta play that game now, play your cards right. Bluff them out all through the night. Don't let on what's on your mind. Win that game now, don't you be kind. You gotta win that game now, don't you be kind.
Woo! Boo! I love the
Can't be all sunshine all the time.
I love it.
Let it out. Okay, with enough light, I can do. All right. Since we're on that, in that vein, I'll stay with it. Like you say, Christmas is over, right? The ornery. Okay, this is called San Francisco Complaint. How many minutes? Maybe I don't have very many minutes. Does it matter?
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay. Well, I've had it with Frisco. Let me play. cream. Here in the city, it's all for free. Dog poop on the sidewalk for you and me. Dogs sleeping in the streets on every street. And the aroma of, you know what, I'm gonna do something else. I can't see it. Okay, here we go. We'll start over. We'll do something. Okay, really quick, something short. Okay, all right. Wow. All right, I'm going to do this. It's called Making It Here. Well, I am making it here, making it here. Glory to the goddess, I am making it here. You can't keep a good woman down, oh no. I'm healing, I'm holding, I'm loved. And we are making it here, sisters making it here. Glory to the goddess, we're all making it here. We'll stand on the mountain and shout it out. We're healing, we're whole, and we're loved. Ain't none of your chains gonna hold us down. We're strong and we're ready to show it. There's a mystical, magical seed inside. It's sprouting and we're ready to grow it. Now we are joining together, sisters joining together. Glory to the goddess, whatever the weather. You can't keep us separate and scared no more. We're healing each other today. Yeah, we are joining together, whatever the weather. Glory to the goddess, whatever the weather. Can't keep us separate and scared no more. We're healing each other today. Ain't none of your roles gonna mold us now. We're free and we're ready to show it. Our place is in the upliftment of this world. But ain't nothing you can do about it. And with earth is in need, earth is in need. Glory to the goddess, bring peace with great speed. Woman and man in equal harmony. Now, oh brother, now is the time. Said, now is the time.
Lotus, ladies and gentlemen. And now coming up to the stage, we're going to have a poet laureate. But before he comes, if you think what Lotus just said was angry, let me read out of the top of my head a poem that I did back in 1968. I went back to Chicago for this thing called the Chicago Democratic Convention, in which I heard good old Mayor Daley say with his own voice, "The police are not here to instill disorder, but to preserve it." One of the best Freudian slips in the universe. And so I wrote this. I had a, well, it's on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and you look me up, you'll find a little interview I did with a guy named David Cunningham. David Cunningham was one of the lawyers for the, what was it, the Chicago 7 or the Chicago 8? He also handled 750 cases in like 4 days during that thing.
Oh my God.
And I was in the middle of it, and I'm describing it on this video, and as I'm describing it, you can see me going through it again, because David's looking me in the face, and I'm just having this woo flash. So this is a poem I wrote. Gold fires exploding in my head, purple, red, green, orange, blue, a pain throbbing, throbbing, throbbing in my head. And as I turned to see who had struck me, an officer grimaced. And then I died, and the world kept turning. How dare it? To the stage, ladies and gentlemen, Luca! Oh, okay.
Yeah. Howdy, y'all. So I decided I'd tell a story tonight. I haven't done that before. And
Cool.
I was given an Army Achievement Medal, which is an AAM. I was in the Army for 8 years. I was a medic, and I was a damn good medic, and I did all kinds of hardcore hood shit. And what I did to get this medal, I saved you guys' life. I'm not going to tell that story. They said they downgraded the medal. It was put in. No, it was put in for an ARCOM, which is the highest peacetime medal you can get. And I got an. They downgraded it to an AAM because they said it was my job to save lives. They didn't know the rest. If I were Harvey, I'd say the rest of this. This is the rest of the story, okay? So what else I did was this really happened. I was out, and I'm a medic, so I carry a 40-pound aid bag and a 9mm service revolver, and we had these miles gears on, which is like high-tech laser tag. They have it for the helicopters and the tanks, and everything has miles gear. And so we have these little laser beams that you attach to your service weapon, and if you fire it, which I didn't need one because I'm a medic. Medics don't fire. But you attach it to your weapon, you pull the trigger, and it uses your weapon and sends a beam and kills them. Just like, but it fires blanks. So anyway, we're out and we're romping around, and I'm the medic, and I'm with the platoon sergeant, which is my job, carrying my 40-pound aid bag, and then the radioman died. Right? And he was carrying it's called a PRC-77 radio, and it's big. And the aid bag's like 40 pounds, 45 pounds, because it has all kinds of liquids and stuff in it. The PRC-77 was probably 25 pounds or so. So I threw that on top of my aid bag and went with the lieutenant. And I'm carrying my aid bag and the radio now. So I'm medic and the aid man. Yeah, it gets better. So then I keep going, and I go through this concertina wire, and I slash my leg, my knee, and it's just ripped open, the pants and everything, and keep going, and then I come up on a 60 gun, and he's dead. All right, so I grab it, and I grab it with my, don't grab a hot 60 by the barrel. Yeah, word for the evening. So I grab, or some shit, lesson for the evening, and I burn my hand. Really bad. So my knees scratched and my hands burnt, but I've got the 60 and the aid bag and the radio, and I'm still going. And next thing you know, I'm sitting down there and I'm firing the machine gun and talking on the radio and doing everything. And a grenade, they have these big, really hard plastic grenades that have blasting caps in them, comes over and hits me in the wrist. And I catch it, and I throw it back before it goes off. No shit, really. Right? Wow. But now my wrist is swollen, my hand's burnt, my knees are ripped, and I'm carrying a M60, an aid bag, and a radio.
A lucky guy.
And I made it through. Anyway, that's it. That's the rest of the story.
Doesn't sound like you did a medic.
You should have done
Lucan, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Just because you are hired to do a hero's job doesn't mean you shouldn't get a medal when you do it. Assholes. Did I say that on the internet? The government's an asshole. Uh-oh, they'll be knocking on my door tomorrow.
Well, I forgot to tell you, after that exercise, they started calling me Doc Rambo.
Don't knock on his door, asshole.
Okay, so now look, the people that are coming up now here, ladies and gentlemen, I have known these people practically their entire life. I met this gentleman when he was 14 years old in Golden Gate Park, and I was a high school teacher at the time, and it just happened he wound up in one of my classes at the high school, and we became good friends, and we've been friends for the last 4 years. I won't give his age away. And he comes here. He's been one of the biggest supporters. You've seen him out here inside. We'll deal with that. And you want to use it? You're going to do it together?
I don't know.
We're going to do one.
Just leave that there because we're going to put it back, Dan.
Okay.
You worry about yourself.
Okay.
So anyway, this guy, I've been giving him music lessons since he was 14, on and off. And every week he comes here to support you all, and I keep saying, when are you going to play for us? 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 Tonight he's playing for us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Danny Ames.
Well, I'm not gonna play that yet. I'm just gonna, I'm backing him up. I'm his backup.
Your backup singer?
Just relax, kick back. I'm going to play a little piece, a little
So
bop.
what's that thing you're playing?
This is a baritone. And
Ukulele.
I call it baritone.
Yeah, baritone.
That's its name.
That's what a baritone, you saw Johnny's, is called a soprano in the key of C. That is in the key of G, which is tuned exactly like your guitars, the top four strings in your guitar.
So I guess I'll be loud enough. I guess I don't have to amp it. So, anyhow.
All right, everybody, shh.
I just wanted to add that. This next piece, Tracy's going to help me with. And since we're pressed for time.
It's his piece. I'm just kind of.
You have to turn that mic on there.
Do you want to sing? Still sing?
I'll do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
it's not
you go.
my key, but it's okay. Okay. It's my first time at an open mic, too.
Yes. Another version.
He's doing crazy, by the way. There you go.
Crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted. And then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why should I let myself worry? Wondering, what in the world should I do? Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
Danny Ames and Teresa Teresa Ames. And now, Teresa is going to bust her cherry here for us all.
Would you like the stool? We'll move it over here to the stage. Sweetie, we'll move it over here to the stage. If you want the stool to stand on, or you want to stand on?
I guess I could just stay here.
We've got a power cord. Just move it over to the keyboard. Scoot it over so it should be on camera. All right. I got it. I'll get it.
All right.
Pretty secure.
Just one song, that's all. You guys are all right.
You need more light?
Microphone fell to the floor, by the way.
I sort of forced him to do that tonight because he was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I said, time, let's go do it.
I'm glad you did. See, they never listen to me.
He comes here and he watches it every week and he never does anything.
Yeah.
I said, you've got to do something.
Now we know he's not only an electronic technician, he's a musician.
Really good.
Ah.
So, let's hope I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big warm round of applause for Teresa Ames.
Okay, this is sort of my signature song because nobody does it like me. Okay, here we go. If I make a mistake, you guys will be okay with it, right? There's my first mistake. If there's a wrong way to do it, a wrong way to say it, nobody does it like me. If there's a wrong way to do it, a right way to screw it up, nobody does it like me. I've got a big loud mouth, I'm always talking much too free. But if you go for tact and manners, you better stay away from me. If there's a wrong way to keep it cool, a right way to be a fool, nobody does it like me. If there's a wrong bell, I ring it, a wrong note, I sing it. I can't see this thing. Nobody does it like me. If there's a problem, I duck it. I don't solve it. I just look it up. Thanks, I'm really old. Nobody does it like me. And so I try to be a lady, but I'm no lady. I'm a fraud. And if I talk like a lady, but what I sound like is a broad. If there's a wrong way to get a guy or a girl, a right way to love a guy, nobody does it like me. Nobody does it, no. Nobody does it, no. Nobody does it like me. That's enough, right?
All right, if you want to.
Excellent.
That's good for two.
Teresa Ames, ladies and gentlemen.
What is plenty? I can see
It's really nice to get some of my other musical family over here. You'd be surprised. You know, while we had the piano up, I should have put pressure on Angel right there to come on up here and play a little something. But I didn't.
Angel.
So I'm going to bring back to the stage somebody we heard earlier that I really enjoyed, who only got a chance to play one song. So let's bring him back up to the stage, Mr. Fulton. Jake Fulton.
I mispronounced the H.
Oh, you mean I had more time? I should have done more.
Okay, here's another one I wrote. Dear darling, please tell, do you think I'll go to heaven or hell or somewhere else when I'm dead and gone? Yeah, I don't wanna let this good life go. I don't wanna leave you all alone. I don't wanna call the dirt my home when I'm dead and gone. And I'm dead and gone. And I don't know where I came from, and I don't even know exactly where I've been. But I'll whisper in your ear, I wanna stay here. I got nothing to fear from where I'm going when I'm dead and gone. When I'm dead and gone. Who wear my boots and cry in the moon in the summer in the night, in the summer in the night when I'm dead and gone? Who wear the moonlight on my face or remember the old things we used to say? Who will get down on my knees and pray when I'm dead and gone? When I'm dead and gone. 'Cause it's a struggle up to today, and tomorrow's just more the same. But don't let me in a hearse, it could always be worse. If not a blessing or a curse, I'll find out when I'm dead and gone. When I'm dead and gone. Who will hear your breath at night? Who will walk into your bed when you're tired and turn out the lights when I'm dead and gone? Death will take my life like it's his to steal. I won't even get to tell you how I feel. So I say my last words, I'll say them right here from when I'm dead and gone. When I'm dead and gone. Let them hear me, take me slow, so I can tell her that I love her so. If there's things I haven't said, let me get them out my head before I finally get them too late. When I'm dead and gone, when I'm dead and gone, when I'm dead and gone, when I'm dead and gone.
We got time.
Alright,
You're lucky you're the only new person here. I want to work them. Yeah, that's true. You can do more.
Danny.
Are you done? Are you done?
Well, if you have more time, I
will.
Is it okay if I do a cover?
Yes, absolutely. We paid for them.
Someone said protest songs remind me of something.
Oh, we love protest songs. They got started here.
I don't know if this is a protest song, but a protest singer. Everybody knows that baby's got his clothes. Lately I see her ribbons and her bows have fallen from her curls. She takes just like a woman, and she makes love just like a woman, and she tastes just like a woman. Well, she breaks just like a little Queen Mary, she's my friend. Yes, I believe I'll go see her again. Everybody knows that baby's got her clothes. Lately I see her ribbons and her bows have fallen from her curls. She tastes just like a woman, and she makes love just like a woman, and she tastes just like a woman, but she breaks just like a little It was raining from the first, and I was dying of thirst, so I came in here. And your long time first hurts, but what's worse is this pain in here. I can't stay in here. Ain't it clear that I just can't live? Yes, I believe it's time for us to quit. And when we meet again, introduced as friends, please don't let on that you knew me when I was hungry and it was young. She tastes just like a woman, and she makes love just like a woman, and she tastes just like a woman, but she breaks just like a
come again.
Become a regular, Jake.
You know, Roseanne's oldest son is named Jake, and for the last 25 years I've been mispronouncing his name. It's a shame. I'm sorry. I got a block. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, let's welcome to the stage Daryl Jones, ladies and gentlemen.
The bell has returned. Yes.
Actually, I'm being cheap.
That doesn't do that.
Where you like it?
I'm a confused kid because I'm a dancer, and if I started dancing,
Yeah.
everything would go flying. So I'm very out of my
We
element.
don't have much stage room for you.
And just to be totally out of my element, I've never been a writer. Lately, in the last year and a half, I've been writing poetry. And today, I branched out, and I think I'm two characters here. The first character, this is just like a little one-act, 15-minute write, like, I'm a mom. What's not new in my daughter Sarah, and my need, what's not new is my daughter Sarah, and my need to rein in her butterfly curiosity. Daniel Hudson, headmaster at Burnham Prep, called again about her waywardness with regrets to tell me that she had wandered into the forbidden railroad area of town. I was suggesting that hobos too had guidance to impart. Hobos and guidance. Well, will I ever get any peace from this girl? Character and storytelling, perhaps, but why can't delightful books bring such things? But this guidance word must be a mistake, or perhaps it is a word that a 16-year-old might not be expected to grasp. I know I didn't at her age. My neurosis, by then, quite intact. So I wonder about Sarah, my lovely child, who has always brought me peace and delight. Has she cabin fever at school? Should we take her out and plan education on the road? Then my guidance would influence, and we could explore and meet characters together. And this one, I'm a retired singing dancing Davis, so I have quite the pizzazz at my disposal. My reign has been quite an exciting and challenging one. As reigns go, I would say quite a success. Now I sit in the sun warming, me enthroned in my garden, which is also the playground for the children's nursery. So nursemaids and toddlers and older siblings and friends wade in the gurgling creek with the mandarins and egrets and chase butterflies, or lay in the meadows now alive with wild flowers, there staring at passing clouds. Now, I delight to hear my grandson Andrew beguiling some storytelling of my many triumphs and leading the children in songs from our singing sojourns around the world. Joyfulness, my body at peace, my soul too intact. There's been mindfulness practice and training, and guidance and empowering and peace, love, samurai, toolkit building all around. So I have little to regret. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Now, I'm the kid that goes to City Hall and sings things like, well, it seems like a pity to see so many pretty people with frowns on their face. They go walking around, heads to the ground, looking like they're losing the human race. But we all could be winners if we'd only remember to stop competing with everyone else. 'Cause everybody is a masterpiece. Everybody is a work of art. Everybody is a masterpiece. Beauty's in your heart. Beauty's in your heart. And a poem. Oh, on a rapturous kiss, the wind carries me a leaf to dance in the vine. In the garden, the robin's egg grew bird bath fresh. Birds, like rushed commuters, stole away a quick plop splashing of bums. Ha ha ha! Yes, the sun, warm sun advances some. Now spawn-like, the bath becomes head first, all out wondrous dunking, with waterside brunching. As a bird, I think I'll be the former, 'cause I carry on mindfully, rhythmically in sync. Blink, blink, blink. Ah! And I think I'll be the latter too. Smart, old, and on the road. 'Cause, oh, on a rapturous kiss, the wind carries me a leaf to dance in the vine. Time flitters, aimlessness, nirvana. Wheels spinning, wheels too, spinning with perfection. The healing artist dancer diving into the wave of heat. A well-stocked furnace pushing the pistons. The Kundalini healing's profound depths bringing realms of a previous era. Mind, body, and breath of one accord. Transcendental rising to resurrection, luxuriously spinning many wheels. Timepiece neglected, many wheels turning, twisting, pressing, pulling, expanding, contracting, crack, grind, walk, stretch to counteract the counterattack. Passages reopened, wellness sought, years of work, shaping the gem in the lotus. The bath expands wellness. What is leached or stolen, unguarded jewels, welcomed cornerstones in barbaric thieves' treasure trove. I dive again and achieve again a glimpse of the whole through my voice of tears, 'cause oh, on a rapturous kiss, the wind carries me a leaf to dance in the vine.
Daryl Jones, ladies and gentlemen. So, next week is Francesco. The week after that, and he comes all the way from Argentina, and believe it or not, his family actually gets up, it's what, 3:30 in the morning or something like that. They actually get up and watch him live from here. Charles Haymarket, who's not here tonight, he used to watch us when he was in the Philippines.
Not here?
He was here.
Oh, he is there, okay. He used to watch us in the Philippines, and we were on prime time in the Philippines on Friday.
I'm in the Philippines now.
So our Thursday, oh, you're docking, your lady. So we are getting out there all over the world, and sometimes we get people from Canada watching and stuff like that. And I'll let you know when they come up on the screen. Until then, I'm thankful for your smile. I'm thankful for your wink, that little twinkle in your eye. I'm thankful for the music in your soul. When I'm feeling incomplete, you make me whole. I thank you for your touch. You see the little things you do to me that always mean so much, like being here and always being true. For this and so much more, I thank you. I thank you. I'm thankful for your fire. You see the passion of your spirit never ceases to inspire me. I'm thankful for this moment that we share and for a chance to let you all know I care. Everybody? So when you feel like no one wants you, know that you're my